Hello everyone, I'm Sebastian and I make travel videos, but today let's talk about FPV versus traditional. As you might know, I have always loved flying drones, and on my channel a lot of times I had amazing great footage with the Mavic Air 2, and overall I think, and it's gonna sound a little bit, bragging, but I think my shots with a traditional drone has always been some of my better shots that I take. I just love flying and I just find different creative ways to make the shots as good as they can be. But recently I got an FPV and I wanted to get into FPV for so long. And I'm not going to compare FPV as DJI FPV to the Mavic Air 2. Rather, I'm going to compare FPV in general versus a traditional. So if you're thinking about getting one of those, you'll know which one to get and which one does what and how they differ and how are they similar. And in the second one, I don't think so they're similar. They're two different beasts, two different entities. So let's go. The FPVs are the quick and fast and nimble drones that are going like 150 kilometers an hour. These drones are much harder to fly and much harder to master. The second thing is the batteries run out much quicker. This is pretty much like an F1 car for drones. And for a drone like this, you fly with goggles and controller. Basically what you see is on the goggles itself, you pretty much feel like in the cockpit of a plane and you're controlling it from the inside. For someone like me that loves flying, ever since I was little, I always was fascinated with airplanes, flying like those jets. I even had radio controlled helicopters and planes. So this is pretty much like a gift for my inside little me that wanted to fly those things. And it is so much fun, but at the same time, my first time flying this, my hands were shaking. In this drone, you go fully manual. So if you make a mistake, well, it's on you. As for traditional drones, they are much better for beginners. And while they might not go as fast, they have a different style of shooting and they have different rules and different things that you want to achieve with this. They take photos that FPV will never take. They're much better for their style of shooting. They're much more stable, better gimbals, also better quality of camera inside, and it is much more, like a platform with a camera in the air. This drone will provide you with much bigger variety of shots. And how do you fly it? Basically, you have a drone controller with either a screen on it or you connect a phone and have it on your phone. And one fun fact, we noticed that with FPV you can pretty much use any music and it will work fine. Or at least like 90% of the music. Somehow almost everything works with FPV footage, and like almost everything. Where here on traditional drones, usually the slower music works the best. I mean, any music can work if you make it, depending on what shot you have and how you want to have it in your video, what kind of video you're making. But usually this is a little bit longer shots, a little bit slower shots, where this can work with everything. And speaking of music, where did I get my music and sound effects from? Ever since I started this channel, I'm using Epidemic Sound. On Epidemic Sound, you'll find a huge catalog of great music and sound effects for your videos. They also have recommendations based on your channel and what you have used before. Not only that, they also help you find new music very quickly. If you hover over the music that you like, you can find similar. If we go into it, we find similar tracks to the one that we already used or that we really like. But for example, I liked this part here in the music. It's very simple. With this button, we actually use AI, which is called Powered by Ear. And thanks to this, if you click on it, you can actually select the part that you really like. So for example, let's say we like this part here. And then from here, it will actually find the music that sounds similar to that part that we highlighted. You can also save folders with the music that you use, and thanks to this, you can have a huge library backed up of the music that you will actually use in your next projects. They now made it possible for creators to make a playlist and share it online. And thanks to this, I wanted to share with you my favorites playlist that I recently made, and here I'm gonna try to update as much as possible. You can find this playlist in the link down below under the video, and if you sign up to Epidemic Sound through that link, you'll get a 30 days free trial. So I hope I cleared something up. If you're a beginner and your first drone, I would highly recommend a traditional drone. If you're a little bit more advanced and want that speedy flying, then FPV is your best bet. I hope I cleared something up today. I hope I made your decision a little bit easier. I hope you learned something new today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video once again, and I'll see you next time.